Welcome back guys to another video, and what I've got for you today is, quite simply put, it's a thunderous car. Honestly, this thing is absolutely wild. It's, as you can see behind me, it's a W204 Facelift C63 AMG Coupe, 6.2 V8, and sounds like thunder. Honestly, what a ballistic thing this is, and as you'll hear the noise on the drive, this thing sounds absolutely wild. What we'll do is we'll go for a little walk around the car. Honestly, this thing's just making me smile just now. I've taken it for a little blast and it's just mega. We'll go for a little walk around the car, I'll show you what it's got done to it. It's not really had a massive amount done to it. They don't need a massive amount doing to them. These AMGs just sound wild at the factory, and this just had one little touch done to it. And yeah, we'll go for a little walk around the car, go through a few of the options it's got on it, and then we'll go for a drive and you'll understand exactly what I mean. So stay tuned to this video, and honestly, this thing sounds absolutely mental. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. We're on Instagram as well, performance_lifestyles, and Facebook again, Performance Lifestyles. So please check us out, help us grow. We're still fairly new to this. We've got a fair few videos uploaded, and I'm sure there's enough on there for everybody, so please do check them out. And yeah, stay tuned and we'll catch you outside the car. So here we are, back on this C63 AMG. I mean, there's not really a lot to discuss on the outside. It is like a completely standard looking car. These things are absolutely mega, just straight out the factory. These things are wild. 450 brake horsepower, rear wheel drive, and the noise is to literally, honestly, is to die for. This thing is absolutely awesome. And to be fair, just straight out the factory, like I mentioned, it's got the diffuser on it is completely standard. Obviously the quad tailpipes, spoiler. I have got a couple of little plans for this car, so please do watch them, because watch the channel, because I will be actually getting them on here. Just a few little minor aesthetic touches I want to do to this thing, make it stand out from the rest of the C63s. So yeah, and standard they come with these 19-inch wheels. This one's, you know, got Michelin Pilot 4S's. Then brake calipers are humongous. They remind me of the Nissan GTR used to have, massive brake calipers, and yeah, 19-inch wheels, and you know, the famous logo. 6.3 AMG, even though it's a 6.2. And again, Performance Lifestyles, please check us out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. And yeah, as you can see, it's just an awesome car. It is just a mega looking car. It's so good. I honestly really like it. And oh yeah, the other thing with this is it's got, as standard, a fully operational panoramic roof as well, which is something that my previous cars haven't really had, and it does make a big difference. I used to have an S3 saloon that had it a year or two ago, and it was a good feature, but it's not a feature that I really look out for. But it comes as standard on the C63 AMG Coupe, so it's a good feature to have, really. And yeah, the interior, as you can see, it's just a very nice sort of cockpit, and it's starting to rain, so I'm just going to close this pan roof. There you go. It's wicked. To be fair, the panoramic roof lets in so much light inside the car. And again, when looking for one of these, I was initially looking for something with the red interior, but when I found this with this combination, it actually caught my eye, and I thought, It looks a bit different, and I must admit I'm not regretting it. It's actually a very nice combination. So the interior, it is, you know, it's got like gloss black sort of surrounds around the buttons and stuff, around the dashboard here. It's quite literally got everything you need. And the options on this car, it's got Harman Kardon sound system, the carbon pack, interior pack, adaptive bi-xenon lights, obviously the carbon trim on the dashboard, carbon trim on the passenger door. Both seats are the electric memory heated seats, which is a nice option to have. Again, the Jap cars I've been used to driving and stuff, they don't come with these sort of extras. So it is a very nice thing to have. And again, it's to look at, it's a beauty. It is, honestly, it's a stunning car, and it attracts a lot of attention, and not just from the noise, it's the way this thing looks. I've never been a massive fan of the AMGs. They've been something that I've kind of like liked purely because of the noise, but I've never been like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and buy myself a C63. And I decided to make the move, and I must say I'm not regretting it so far. It's an absolute awesome motor. Under the bonnet, this is what these things are all about. So there it is, the 6.2 litre V8. It's a massive engine, to be fair. I mean, look at the size of the thing. And this is quite, to be fair, a well-maintained example. It's had a lot of money spent on it, which is one of the reasons I actually went out for this car. It's got K&N panel filters which sit underneath there, and the only other modification on this car is it's got Milltek secondary decat pipes, and I must admit, they've improved an already impressive sounding car. These things are renowned for the noise they make. It literally sounds like thunder, quite literally. And with the Milltek secondary decat pipes, perfect. It's made it louder, and there's nothing bad about it, to be fair. There's nothing bad about it. You want to drive it around normal, drive it around in comfort mode, and you can't hear it. But the moment you open this thing up, it sounds absolutely wild, absolutely wild. And to look at, beautiful car, honestly, beautiful car. My aim is to actually get these either wrapped black, so it's got a bit more of a stealthier sort of look on the front end. I've only just washed the car and it's already dirty. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Honestly, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit windy as well, so I apologise for the actual wind noise you're going to hear on the actual video. But I hope you enjoyed this video. What we're going to do is we'll go for a little drive, and you'll understand what I mean. I'll put a little clip in here of this car revving up, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It sounds absolutely mental. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on the drive. All right, so here we are back in this C63 Coupe, and like I mentioned, it's the first time, to be fair, I'm actually driving this car properly. I've never driven, well, I haven't driven a C63 for the best part of about 10 years, and prior to buying this car, and I've not really even driven this. This is probably the first time I'm driving it since I bought it. So this will be a bit more of a different type of a review, I'd say, a point of view compared to the usual stuff that we've got up on our channel, because I've driven a few of them, whereas this one I've not really driven one for a very long time. The first thing you initially notice with these cars is they're very refined. I mean, at the end of the day, I know it's a Merc. It still carries all the Mercedes luxury and everything over, even into the performance car range. And the noise is just fabulous on this car. You just got to listen to this thing and you think to yourself, wow. The roar they make it sounds like thunder. Quite literally put, it sounds like thunder. This thing's running secondary decats, so it sounds a bit louder than a standard one would. But honestly, it's such an amazing noise, such an amazing noise. This thing just sounds like thunder. And watch this, just watch this video and you'll know what I'm talking about. It is epic. So onto the actual drive of it, it's a very refined car. It's a Mercedes-Benz at the end of the day. They carry everything over from their diesel, you know, top of the range diesels over onto the petrols, and everything is very similar across the board. So as you can imagine, it's got your usual, your heated leather seats. This one comes with a few options. And when looking for a C63, I wanted something that was not the basic sort of models. And I didn't want, ideally, you know, the performance pack would have been perfect, but within my budget, I couldn't really find anything that carried the performance pack as well. So, but you know, I mean, it's still the carbon fiber trims here, Harman Kardon, adaptive lights, heated seats, sat nav, and it's a very, very nice cockpit to be in, to be fair. And the steering, I wasn't expecting it to be as focused as the Japanese rivals, but I must admit these do actually feel very nice. It's very sharp and very precise. And obviously you've got to be careful with the back end in these because they're rear wheel drive. I'm driving it in comfort at the moment, so I'm not going to get too leery with it, but you'll still be able to hear this thing. Not getting no back end out action on this video. You know, I don't want to be, to be fair, like I mentioned on the RS3 video, I don't want to be ending up with one of them ditches ideally. So yeah, we're going to leave that for probably never, but we're going to leave it for hopefully another video. So, and in a different car, cheaper car. So yeah, the actual drive, the gearbox on these, because it's the facelift W204 Coupe, it comes with the wet clutch system, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but the gearbox is a lot better than the pre-facelift cars. And you can literally, I mean, I can only imagine what the pre-facelift car, the gearboxes were like. These aren't as sharp and as quick as your DCTs and your Audi dual clutch systems, but they still are very quick. They're very good. You drive them in manual mode and the gear change is very precise, and it also kind of like, it growls at you on downshift, which sounds mega. Especially when you're behind it. I've driven behind this car. It's a noise to fall in love with. The noise this thing makes. I've watched many YouTube videos, as you probably would have done, regarding C63s and the rumble they make, but oh my goodness, these things sound absolutely fantastic in the flesh, and they need to be heard. They really need to be heard to be appreciated. Put it into manual mode now. We're in third gear. I'll drop it into second, and we'll so it's second gear now. It's just got that, oh, such a tremendous roar. What a noise, honestly. The AMG is, as far as noise goes, they are brilliant. They are brilliant. You're not going to find another car realistically that makes as much noise as this. These things are very leery, they're very loud, they're very in your face when it comes to noise. But when you drive them in comfort mode and completely normal, even with the secondary Decats, they're very, very like a toned down car. You can't really hear them. The engine is very sweet, very quiet, and it's just when you're behind them and you open them up a little bit, you can hear them. It's such a fantastic noise this thing makes. And the power as well, with it being a Merc and quite a heavy Merc as well, they are very refined. You don't feel the power as much as you would in, you know, your Japanese equivalents. And, you know, I am going to compare it to a Japanese equivalent purely because my background is mainly from a Japanese performance car scene. So they are very refined, very quiet, very comfortable, and very luxurious. And this is something that you don't get in them Jap cars. But the C63, like I said, I've not been a massive fan of these cars, but I have had a little soft spot for these things purely because of the rumble they make. And what a rumble it is. Mega. They just sound very, very good. It quite literally does sound like thunder. It sounds literally just like thunder. And it's again here. Gear change is very quick, considering it's not a dual clutch system. Very, very quick. And I'm actually quite surprised at that, to be fair, because with it being 9 years old, it's a 2012 car. I was expecting a little bit of a lag, slight bit of a lag, but no, they're perfect, absolutely perfect. So here we go again. This time I'll come to a standstill, complete standstill. Traction light was blinking away. Such a mega car. Honestly, such a mega car, this thing. It just sounds absolutely ballistic. If they weren't so juicy on fuel, I think I could drive this around like that all day. What an amazing car. Such an epic car. Now what we will be doing is, we will also have a comparison style sort of video against the E92 M3, so that will be coming up on our channel very soon, so do check that out. It's just both, you know, both cars are very good in their own ways. They're both cars that make a lot of noise and they carry a lot of power. So it started raining, so I think we're gonna have to cut this video off now. Not the ideal conditions for this, plus I can't really do what I wanted to do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the actual video, seriously. And like I said, this is my own car now, so it will be on the channel. I will be making another couple of videos of it and uploading them on here soon, so please do check them out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Click on the bell notification, just so you know when we have uploaded something. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook. We'll upload stuff on there more regularly than YouTube, but we are aiming, and so far we have been doing, to get you a video out every single week. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, even though we're still new, still learning, and we have got plenty of content coming up. So yeah, stay tuned for more content and help us grow. And as per usual, stay safe guys, and we will catch you on the next video.